to talk to you, buddy. How you doing, back? I'm Sergeant Old Charlotte County Sheriff's Office, Major Collins Unit, Detective Joseph. Dylan?
Yes, sir. What's going on? I was on the phone with my friend.
Okay. You know the phone call?
I just hung up as soon as I walked up.
So there's some allegations with domestic violence here. So I'd like to talk to you and get your side of the story.
Okay.
You want to talk to us?
Sure, absolutely. What's going on?
Okay.
Well, that's what we're going to go talk about.
I haven't been
go
here.
to the office. I know that. I've been here waiting for you.
Okay.
So
Is she okay?
She's okay. But the allegations are serious and we have to talk to you about them.
Okay.
The Charlotte County Sheriff's Office received a report on July 19th, 2023, detailing visible injuries on a female employee, including a black eye, a busted eardrum, and bruises resembling fingerprints on her arms, raising immediate concerns about domestic violence perpetrated by her boyfriend, who was identified as 22-year-old Corrections Deputy Dylan Landmark. Colleagues noticed these marks over several weeks, and during a conversation at work, the victim, Rebecca, a 911 dispatcher, admitted to a superior that Landmark caused the black eye and eardrum injury, though she expressed reluctance to leave due to a lease ending in December and fear of career consequences for him. This prompted the Domestic Violence Unit to launch a fact-finding investigation, leading officers to approach Landmark discreetly at his vehicle after his shift, where he cooperated fully, surrendered his firearm, and agreed to discuss the allegations, highlighting how internal vigilance and swift response can protect vulnerable individuals even within law enforcement ranks.
Okay? Because you got a firearm, I'm going to take it.
Oh.
We're going to go over here, make sure you have no other weapons.
Yeah.
Is anyone else in your car?
No one's in my car. Okay. I just picked up my car. Keys are right here. My wallet's in my car. I got no weapons in my car. Can I shut it off?
Yeah, we'll shut it off. You want to secure your car?
Yeah.
I got to make sure you have nothing
Yeah,
on
I
you.
got you.
Because you know how this goes.
I understand.
We'd like to get both sides of the story. And we never want to go by one side of the story. But we have to treat it as a criminal investigation. You understand that?
I understand.
I know you probably do understand everything, but I have to make sure I tell you that. You know what I mean? You have no knives?
No, sir.
Okay.
I just had the firearm.
Hey, I appreciate your cooperation.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know? And let me check. Because we're going to take you in an unmarked car, okay? To keep it discreet.
Okay.
And we're going to go back to the office.
Right.
Okay? Cooperation goes a long way with me.
Absolutely.
So is the truth. I'm a true seeker.
Yeah,
So I believe you just as much. Detective Resty is going to double check you because you're a law enforcement officer, you know.
Go ahead. You go back to the car.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
If you're good with that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. We'll talk about it. If we do it out here, it's not professional, man.
I mean, I understand that.
Yeah.
I was in class all day. I don't even understand what's going on.
I know where you've been. I know. That's why we're going to give you the opportunity, brother. You know what I mean?
Right.
We're not here to hurt you.
Can I put these in my pocket?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where are we at?
My car's right here.
The Toyota?
Yeah. You want to sit in the back?
Yep. After taking the sworn statement, I'm going to place you under oath. I don't think we need to do that at this point. We're going to deviate just a little bit because I don't want to put you under oath right at this point because of what's going on. But what we're here for is an allegation that you're being physically abused by a partner of yours that you're currently residing with, and that member is a member of the Charlotte County Sheriff's Office. That's why we're here. Okay, so it's my understanding that a current injury brought some suspicion by other members that were concerned for your safety, and that's why it's now in our hands and we're here talking to you about it. So we're just doing some fact finding at the moment. I heard you went to the hospital Monday. Was it Monday?
Yes.
Okay. Is there anything that you want to talk about on that injury?
No.
Okay, so you got nothing to say about it whatsoever? Is there anything that you feel the sheriff's office should be involved in?
No.
Is there anything we can do to help you out with anything? I mean, at this point, if without you divulging any information and talking about what we're kind of hearing on the sidelines, is there any help that the sheriff's office can help you to get out of that situation?
No.
Okay. Would there be anyone that you would feel more comfortable to talk to about it, or you're telling me that nothing physical is going on, there's nothing criminal going on by the other person?
I just don't feel comfortable talking about it.
Okay.
You know, our biggest concern is making sure that you're okay.
So, and I know you have children involved, and that's a huge concern in this whole thing. Are they home tonight? No, they're not. Are they with the father? Is that what that? Okay. Okay. All right. So there's no issues there, correct? Okay. The situation at home right now, are you safe if you go home?
Yes.
You don't have any fear of there being any violence or anything like that? Because, you know, we can get you help tonight. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Okay. Can I ask who you're currently right now that you're residing with?
Do I have to answer that, or?
I'm not putting you under oath right now. So, I mean, I've heard that he's an employee. I've heard he's an employee in corrections. Right? Dylan, is that who I'm?
Still in it.
And there's nothing you want to discuss with us in this atmosphere right now? Okay.
Officers treated the encounter professionally, explaining the seriousness of the allegations, while emphasizing their commitment to hearing both sides and ensuring safety, ultimately transporting Landmark to the office for further questioning. Under Florida Statute 784.03, battery occurs when a person actually and intentionally touches or strikes another person against the will of the other, or intentionally causes bodily harm to another person, and when committed against a family or a household member, it escalates under domestic battery provisions. In the interview room, the focus shifted to the victim's welfare, with detectives confirming she felt safe at home and had no immediate fear, though she declined to elaborate on the injuries. Landmark's calm cooperation contrasted with the gravity of the claims from witnesses who observed repeated abuse. Probable cause was established through gathered statements, evidence of physical harm, and the victim's admissions to colleagues, resulting in his arrest the next day on July 20th, 2023 for felony domestic battery, demonstrating that accountability applies equally to those who wear the badge, and reinforcing the theme of law enforcement stepping in to shield a woman from an abusive partner within their own agency.
Do you swear or affirm that the statement you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Okay. All right. So the reason of this incident is dealing with an employee of the sheriff's office who is subordinate to you, Rebecca. Something has been brought to your attention involving her and her current boyfriend, which is Dylan, who is a corrections deputy currently working for the Charlotte County Sheriff's Office, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so what, in your own words, recently happened that was brought to your attention about those two?
Over the last few weeks, I've just noticed marks on her.
What specifically were those marks that you noticed initially?
Black eye. I think it was her right eye.
Okay. Something about, what was another injury? Her,
Well, she mentioned about a busted eardrum.
okay,
And then off duty, we had went out and she had some bruises on her arms.
right. And what, when you saw those off duty, did those bruising look like?
Like fingerprints.
Like she had been grabbed on the shoulder or something like that?
Yes.
And at the time that those happened, which had been several weeks, correct? Those a week ago, 2 weeks ago?
Within the last 4 weeks.
Okay. So within the last several weeks, you noticed those injuries. Did you have any concern, or did she being Rebecca, did she discuss how those happened initially?
No.
And then tonight being before midnight or after midnight, that a certain...
Before midnight.
So before midnight, which would actually be 7/18, so the day before. What was brought to your attention at that time?
She was sitting next to me and she had just come in and...
And what time does her shift start?
6:30.
6:30. Okay, so she had been there just a short time, basically?
Yes.
Okay,
And had just mentioned about him having car issues. She had to take him to school. Can't really recall how I said it. I think I had said to her maybe about, did he give you a black eye?
right.
And she had said, shook her head yes. And then I said, and what about the busted eardrum that you said that you had a few weeks ago? Did he do that too? And she said yes.
And then did she say anything else to you during the course of that conversation with her?
About what?
Anything? Did she at any point, she admitted to the 3 incidents. Did you ask about the marks on her arm, or no? Once she just talked about the eye, the ear, that was enough for you?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I had just questioned her on if she had somewhere to go, if she was going to be leaving them, and she said she couldn't leave until their lease was up.
And then but she never said anything that you recall about her still being in fear of what he's going to do? To you, her concern is she just doesn't want him to get in trouble and lose his career over these actions? Is that how you're feeling? Not that she is in immediate need of assistance from the sheriff's office?
I can't recall what everything said, if she mentioned being in fear of going home at all.
Right. But she hasn't said that to you since?
No, I don't think she's made that comment, just more of not knowing how he's going to react once this comes up.
Gotcha, okay.
Are you ready to go? Yep. Paperwork stuff?
Yep. All in there?
All right, my man. All the other paperwork he needs is in. All right. All right, we're gonna go up this one, parked in the, by the old back door here, man.
Okay.
So we're gonna go right out here, bud. I'm too wide for that. Yeah. Come over here and put your butt in first, and then scooch in. You got it?
I'll figure it out.
All right, man. Yep.
All right, thanks, sir.
Dylan Landmark was booked into the Charlotte County Jail, placed on administrative leave without pay pending an internal investigation, and later resigned from the sheriff's office in August 2023 following the charges and internal affairs review into multiple allegations from his then-girlfriend. Florida Statute 943.13 requires officers to maintain good moral character and ethical standards, with violations potentially leading to revocation of certification by the Criminal Justice Standards and Training Commission. No public updates indicate a trial outcome, conviction, or dismissal as of 2026, but his resignation closed his law enforcement career amid the scandal, underscoring the sheriff's office's stated dedication to transparency, accountability, and upholding professional standards both on and off duty. This case exemplifies how colleagues and investigators can intervene decisively to rescue a woman from ongoing abuse by a deputy, prioritizing victim safety and public trust over internal protectionism. Like and subscribe for more police cam stories. Watch the next recommended video. Click to watch now.